After almost 4 years of living full-time in our Airstream travel trailer, Sam and I decided that it was time for an actual challenge. So, oh baby, things just got interesting.
This is cute.
I know.
What is on there?
It says tiny, shiny, and sometimes whiny. With a little,
I love that.
A little Airstream.
It is Sam, it is Lauren, it is Baby. We are from A Little Bit Unhitched. Things got a little bit unhitched and we got pregnant. And in today's video, we are gonna show you how we put a crib into our Airstream travel trailer. And we're very excited to show you that.
Now, welcoming a little one into a travel trailer does sound like a little bit of a daunting task, but so is the idea of moving full-time into a trailer. And now we've been doing it for almost 4 years and we haven't looked back since. So yes, we know that having a newborn in the trailer is going to come with its challenges, and Sam will not be getting his beauty sleep like he likes, but it's a challenge that we're really excited for.
Lauren and I, we do like keeping the parts of our Airstream pretty original, but we also recognize that we live in this thing and that we're gonna have to make some modifications if we're gonna get some sleep at night.
When I found out that we were expecting, I started doing some research just to see how the heck does one go about attempting to put a crib into an Airstream travel trailer. And it turns out, shockingly, that there's not a lot of research out there.
Before we started this project, we had 5 stipulations. Number 1, we needed a crib. We wanted this crib to have enough distance between itself and where we could sleep in our bedroom and watch TV and get some work done, just so if the baby was sleeping, we wouldn't have to be as quiet as hearing a pin drop. English is very difficult for me. Number 3, we needed storage close enough to the crib so that we could store some diapers. Number 4, we needed accessibility for this crib. We needed to be able to get in and out of the crib. I'm a little taller.
We're not getting in and out. Reach in and out.
Well, yeah, reaching in and out of the crib. Like, personally, I'm not going in the crib. Lauren's not going in the crib.
We might. I don't know.
And the 5th thing was we wanted this crib to be something that would grow with our child so we wouldn't have to get a brand new one every 5 months. We didn't want to get something too small, and we wanted it to be adaptable.
Mm-hmm. So with this list of 5 things, we got to work, and I started doing a bunch of research about what type of cribs kind of made the most sense for us. And I ended up really looking into mini cribs. They are a little bit smaller than a typical crib, but a bit more versatile. And I also found a mini crib that actually has storage on the bottom too, which checks off a few of our things in regards to wanting storage. The other thing that we like about our crib is that it can actually turn into a toddler bed when she is ready to go to that stage. So it checks off 2 things. We've got storage now on the bottom of the crib, and then we've also got a crib that's going to grow with her and we'll be able to use for several years to come.
So our preliminary plan was to put the crib right on top of where this couch is right here, because we don't really use this end of the couch here, and we could sit next to the table, keep the table in place. We did that. We took the cushions off. We put the crib up there. The dimensions were awesome. That's why we ordered this crib in the first place, but it was way too high. Lauren would have to be up on a step stool or on her tippy toes to actually get to, you know, reach in there to pull the baby out of the crib. So we decided that was a no-go.
After further consideration, Sam and I decided it's probably time that we call an audible and have to put the crib somewhere else.
So we called Omaha. She went on a wide receiver slant to the end zone, and we scored a touchdown right here in the front of the trailer when we took the table out, and that was a really fun project.
So now I'm just taking all of this out, and we're going to take this whole section out and then put the crib in here, in this area. And this is actually nice because it's all just screws that are in here. And so you just take it out, and then we should just be able to lift this up. Knock on wood. No, don't bark.
So over here, this is where we originally planned to put the crib, but it turns out to be a little bit high, so Lauren would need a step stool. And I would probably break my back if we were getting up, you know, 3 times a night, taking that hefty baby out of the crib. So we called an audible, like Lauren said. We're gonna put it over here and on the floor, and we just took out this little seat. The plan is to not use the table. Lauren never really liked the Airstream manufacturer table anyway. She wanted a cuter one.
It's ugly.
So we're gonna take that out, and I think we're gonna use some foldable TV trays to work on, just as a temporary thing, because eventually this baby will grow up. The only slight issue that you have is you have a subwoofer for the audio system that sits right behind the crib right there. We just moved it over, and we just won't have the radio going too often, because otherwise there's gonna be a subwoofer just like poof, 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 poof. Baby's gonna be dancing.
Naturally, like all good do-it-yourself projects, you don't start them until night, and then you are the one holding the flashlight at 2 a.m. in the morning. So Thank you, Dad.
Seems like a personal antidote there. Thank goodness for iPhones. No one's holding the flashlight.
No one's holding that flashlight.
I'm just sitting here watching my wife, who's 27 weeks pregnant, demolish our original manufactured Airstream. I know some of you are probably dying out there now, but...
No, this makes me happy. Yeah.
Hey, we're having a baby, everyone. Calm down. So now that my wife is in the hard part, I get to do the easy part, which is lift this out of the front door, and we're gonna, I think, put it in the shed, because eventually we'll probably put this back in. So, wish me luck as I go off into the midst.
Is it heavy?
Yes.
Is it really?
No, it's actually very light.
Yeah, it looks very light.
Yes. Goodbye, folks.
Bye. Look how pretty and open that is. We should have done this 3 years ago.
So something you just have to be aware of anytime you are traveling with a RV or travel trailer is weight distribution. You don't want to tow with too much weight especially towards the back of the trailer. So if you take out the table, you should probably put in a crib that's about the same weight as that table. We actually haven't measured that because we aren't planning on doing a ton of traveling with this crib here, but it's just something to keep in mind if you're going to bolt this into the floor, if you're going to actually be traveling frequently with it, just make sure that the weight distribution is still not thrown off.
And then we plop the crib right down into place. And since then we have installed the crib, we put in a little baby mobile, we put in our baby cam so that we can watch her, but mostly we've just been watching Fenton. I would say of all of Sam and I's projects, this has got to be probably the easiest.
I know what you're all thinking. Sam and Lauren, you guys are crazy. You don't have a table now. And that's valid. That being said, we did get TV trays. They work pretty great. We just set them right here. We cook up dinner and do it. If we ever play board games and things like that, it's pretty much a no-go now. But, you know, we prioritize, you know, a baby crib over board games. And that's just the decision we're going to have to live with.
Yeah, and I mean, not having a table also takes away a little bit of kind of like the storage, I would say storage area that we had to put things on. So instead, we took off our second TV in the trailer and we actually put up a shelf. And then we're able to put a few things on the shelf as well, which is kind of nice because it makes up for a little bit of that lack of storage of not having the table. So yeah, it's worked out well. Definitely a little bit of an adjustment in regards to figuring out the flow of things without having the table in the sitting area, but it's been good. Now we recognize that if you're traveling a lot in your RV or travel trailer, this setup that Sam and I have is probably not the most sustainable for you, and Sam and I completely recognize that, but for us this makes a lot of sense because right now we have our home base, which our trailer is on, and we plan on keeping the trailer here and not doing a lot of traveling for the next year and a half or so.
What are you most excited about having a baby for? That wasn't a sentence. What are you most excited about having a baby?
I am excited. I think one of the biggest things I'm excited for is to get to experience things again that I remember being so exciting and fun in my childhood, but through someone else's eyes.
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably just going RVing with them. Putting the, you know, kiddo in the RV and showing them the world and getting up to Alaska, and we have all these big plans. So I'm excited about that. The wonders of the world seen through the eyes of a kid is a very special thing. And sometimes as adults, we lose that a little bit. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing that again. One thing I am not looking forward to is the bags that are gonna be below my eyeballs, but hopefully it's worth it and we don't raise a monster.
So Sam and I are certainly open to any and all ideas about how you all have navigated having a crib in your Airstream travel trailer. And we know you have done it, even though I could not find any videos for the life of me on it. So if you've had any major wins or successes, please send them our way. Otherwise, we'll just be here cooking a baby.
For at least another month.
And until then, happy trails.
Happy trails, guys.
I got Sam a Garmin watch for the holidays, and it tracks, you know, like it tracks your sleep and everything, and the man is obsessed. He looks every morning at his morning report, and he says it like this: the morning report! You know, like in The Lion King when, what's his name? It's Zazu, right? Yeah.
Zazu?
Zazu's like, sir, the morning report! That's what I get every morning at 6:02 a.m. We'll see how long the morning report stays exciting
The
for,
morning report.
That's pretty much what it is.
Zazu.
Yes, sir.
I have my corner, she has her corner, and baby will have her corner. there's really nothing that her corner doesn't have. She's got the lights, she's got the glamour, she's got the plants and the books and the candles and the picture of Fenton that has been commissioned. I have pillows that Fenton humps in my corner. And we took out the TV. The TV's gone. We have one in the bedroom so that we can watch the Great British Baking Show whenever we want. The Great British Baking Show.
It's underproved.
I could really use a pub right now. I've undercooked it, have I?
Yeah.
The mean person they casted for this show is like still way nicer than every dude on American cooking shows.
Yeah.
He's like, I just don't like the taste. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. So before it was very important that this facility. Is that a crib? Is a crib a facility?
It's not.
Oh, the facility's open today.
Facility. We need to like do
This camera does something to my brain.
A compilation